We're good. So we'll just yeah, this is good. This is fine. Now I'll go into the intro right now. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're back for a second episode. I'm having a moment right now because I'm trying to get all this stuff together, and they've already seen me going through this. So today we got Mr. Jerome Tyson right here, and then below me we have Talisa, Miss Talisa right down there.
Yeah.
We're missing a few people today, but that's okay. We're still gonna have a great show. All right, so to start off, we're gonna talk about the Equality Act being passed in the House. Woo, woo.
Yes. And so what this Equality Act specifically does is protects LGBTQ plus rights in states individually across the board. So right now it's really left into the hands of the state and how the states individually and how they handle equal protection for LGBTQ plus members. And so now it also is only passed in the House, if we didn't say that already. That's really important. It also needs to pass in the Senate before it becomes an actual law or act, if you will. So, and I think that's amazing. We are constantly striving for equality and equity for all people in America. And so this is just one step closer. This is one thing that if we do get it passed in the Senate, we can say that this did happen under the Biden-Harris administration, which is yay. There are things, and I don't want to disregard the flaws of the administration that's already happened, and it's only been a month, but it's something that is positive and amazing. So yay.
Yeah, that's a really big win because you take your wins where you can, because there's a lot going on with the administration right now. So it's this is a really good feeling. That, oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm good. Everything's good. But again, this is a great moment.
If I'm not mistaken, the Equality Act was it's been going through Congress for the past 8 years, and then it was just passed now. I know it had been around for a little while. It was one of those things that Democrats in the House wanted to pass but couldn't pass because the Senate was Republican. So I think it's a good thing. We strive for equality. So this is just one step closer.
Yeah.
Period. Yes. And then I think, it was constantly revised. I'm pretty sure the act had been revised so many times to make it more digestible to people in the Senate. And then now it's I think it's back to its original state of just really striving for equity and equality, which is really nice, and providing equal opportunity. And so I think now we can really learn from that, not making things digestible for people that don't understand it. And we can talk about that in many different aspects of social justice, but I'm not going to go on my soapbox, but I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So, oh, go ahead.
Nah, I just said, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreement. This is the agreement head shake.
Right. On to our next topic. So we talked about, we'll just go into this now. We'll talk about the Muppet Show. So Disney Plus released Muppet Show on Disney. Well, Disney released Muppet Show on Disney Plus, I think a few months ago. And so now there's a big controversy because there are a few instances where the show portrayed negative connotations of of races or just I think it's mostly race, right? Is it?
It was perpetuating stereotypes.
Yeah, stereotypes.
It was perpetuating stereotypes that could be deemed deemed as harmful to different minority groups, and so they chose to censor them.
Right.
But they didn't necessarily censor it. They just put the warning at the beginning of the show, this shows offensive stuff. Now watch it.
Right.
Which I think is just so that's just a perfect example of performative activism. Mm-hmm. Just don't air it anymore. Or start to create different episodes that are catered to all people. If you're not going to do that, why are we putting, you know what I mean? I get it. Also,
when we show, right?
Yes, and also when we're talking about different TV shows, it's all a business opportunity for them. So they're not, they're not in the interest of losing money.
Right.
And I get that. But at the same time, if you acknowledge that your content is potentially offensive or is offensive, like taking out the potential, why are we putting the label? I'm confused.
Well,
True.
so here's the thing.
But-
So
Yeah.
I grew up. I still love the Muppets. I've grown up a huge Muppets fan. So I went down this rabbit hole, and I watched this. There's a really cool YouTube channel called Defunct Land, where it talks about like a bunch of like old like Disney rides and stuff. And so they did a documentary on Jim Henson. So he at first, so he had he started Sesame Street. And then he wanted to, but he was afraid to start because he didn't want to be labeled as a children's puppeteer. He wanted to do like more family stuff or even more adult stuff. Mm-hmm. So the Muppet Show was piloted, was like at first piloted for like an adult program. It was on at like 9 o'clock or whatever. And the first pilot was called like, I think, Sex and Violence, to like show that this is an adult show. So there are a lot of themes in the Muppet Show that were not exactly for kids also. But again, it doesn't, and the way they filmed it, again, it was the 70s, it was a different time than now. And I'm glad they have the label on there to show that, hey, this is like, we don't think this way now. But it is, again, I can see both ways. It can be good to take it off, but it can also be good just to show it as an education, be like, hey, you don't do this anymore, we don't talk about this anymore, you don't do that. But it's also harmful to see your favorite characters doing it. Like, it's weird to see that. Yeah. So again, it's a really tough situation, but I still love the Muppets. I'm still a big Muppet fan.
Kermit, are you joking? Like, Kermit is me.
Kermit's you.
Yeah, like Kermit and I we have similar qualities. I don't know. It's amazing.
The one where Gonzo like hangs from like 20 feet high and like recites Hamlet.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a major feat of death-defying intellectualism never seen before, the great Gonzo will recite Shakespeare while suspended by his nose from a feather boa 9 feet in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Gonzo!
Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 1. Antonio speaks. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me. You say,
That was like my favorite, because it was just so random. Like, it's just like, why are you doing this?
I don't know. I feel like the Muppets are one of those shows where it's like, I don't know why I'm enjoying this, but I'm enjoying this.
I think it's so just absurd and silly that like you just have to love it. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't like the Muppets. Like, that's just you find me someone who doesn't like the Muppets, they're a liar, because
even if they're a little creepy, I mean, they're still likable.
Yeah. You know, like those shows that they say are more catered to the parents, like they're supposed to entertain the parents while they entertain the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like the Muppets was probably meant to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like the right spin. And I also think that like comedy has our ideas of comedy has changed drastically.
They really have.
Like, that was another part of it. So I saw a Rolling Stone ad. It was a Rolling Stone, but it was so before he had the Muppet Show in Sesame Street, he did Henson did a lot of like commercials and like little like 5-minute sandwiches on this night show, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so he had one ad for Wilkins Coffee. It was very slapstick humor. So there's one character named Wilkins and one named Wokins. One liked the coffee and one didn't like the coffee. And so one would be like, "Oh, gee, I'm happy to have this like Wilkins coffee. It's only for like this much money." And the guy's like, "Oh, I don't like Wilkins coffee." And he'd like shoot him with like a hammer, or like shoot a can at him. Just like it's simple, like absurd, like slapstick humor.
Okay, buddy, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? I never tasted it. Now, what do you think of Wilkins?
Care for a cup of Wilkins coffee?
No, I don't like coffee.
This has been a public service. We're here to persuade people to drink more Wilkins coffee.
What's the club for?
To get their attention. You getting on the Wilkins coffee bandwagon?
Never. No!
You either go with Wilkins or you just don't go.
But Tyler's like, oh, Jim Henson sold coffee the violent way in the 50s. I'm like, dude, it's a joke. Nobody's gonna shoot someone with a cannon who don't like coffee. Like, no one does that. It's a joke, and that's the purpose of it. It's like, oh, Jim Henson. This like, dude, don't cancel Jim Henson. Come on now.
No,
Nah,
yeah. I personally like. It's hard for me to like put where I feel about like cancel culture because like at the same time, like I don't want to support like racist and bigoted people, but at the same time, if we constantly like persecuted everyone for doing something wrong, there would be nobody left.
Right.
Because at some
It's
point,
true.
you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't really know where I stand on that, but at the same time, like yeah, I can value jokes. I just prefer not to laugh at ones that harm other people, if that makes sense.
I feel like when it comes to cancel culture and all that, I think in some aspects, some people take it too far.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like the Harvey Weinsteins of the world and all that, like cancel them. We don't need those people in society.
Right.
But like, if someone made like a mistake, like a dumb tweet or something like that, it's like these are teachable moments.
Right.
I mean, they don't need to be erased from the face of the earth.
Right.
Because they did something wrong one time. I mean,
No, I completely agree. I literally completely agree. Sometimes you need to like live and learn, you know, like my mom constantly, she's like, are we mad at them because they're being children or are we mad at them because they're making bad decisions? And I really like, the more I get older, I'm starting to understand that concept a little bit more.
And I think it's really important to have these conversations now because everyone with this time and age, you're either for something or you're against something. And it's hard to be in the middle. So I think it's really important to have these conversations now so you can speak your ideas, speak your mind, and it's like in a calm way so it's not taken in the wrong way. Because you can say something and it can be taken and somebody can take it and then progress it and think about it and then they're like, oh, well, I don't like that. And then they can just go off with it when that's not what you meant. So I think it's really important to have those conversations now. Yeah,
100%.
All right.
Like when I know Jerome and I, like in our French class, we constantly talk about topics like this, and then like it provides me with an opportunity. Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but like it constantly provides me with an opportunity to like think, oh, should I approach it this way or that way? You know, really thinking about the like what you're about to say before you say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, cancel culture. I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, the Muppets.
The Muppets.
Yeah, so I don't know. I understand the labels and like the disclaimer. I don't know. That's another hard topic for me.
Yeah, they did it with a lot of other shows too. Like they did it with Gone with the Wind. They did it with
well, the Gone with the Wind is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
That is a horrible movie.
It is.
Horrible.
It is.
Like, I can't even defend a single thing about it.
Yeah,
big carpet dress, like curtain dress she had, man.
The green one, yeah.
The Carol Burnett parody. She was like Gone with the Wind, and she was wearing like a curtain. So it got wrapped in a curtain, and then it was like the dress from Gone with the Wind.
Oh yeah, yes.
Let me try and find it. I'll share the screen. And I'll look at. Wait, let's see.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, but go ahead and keep talking about while I pull this up.
What I think the only good thing that happened from that was you guys know Hattie McDaniels.
She got the Oscar.
She got the Oscar for that. I mean, that Oscar was lost by Howard University, but yeah.
Oh, Howard.
Yeah.
Okay,
apparently.
Go ahead. First, they made us wait for our admissions decisions.
Uh-oh.
Don't even get me started. Oh, I'm.
I love the Carol Burnett show, man.
Never that.
So funny.
Never that. That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
All right, so back to we're gonna trash colleges now. Is that what we're doing now? Because I'm all for that. But before
no. We're not gonna trash colleges because we still have to go to them.
Nah, Howard's
So-
great. Nah, it's nothing against Howard.
No,
Howard is
100%.
amazing.
Oh, no, I
It's just that they lost the trophy.
yeah, and that's just that on that. Like they they lost it.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Zach Alsop in Cairo for giving me this awesome mug.
Yes.
They said it was at the marching band awards night, and they were like they gave out senior superlatives as a joke, and so mine was most likely to host a late night show, and so they got me this mug, and I have it. It's really cool. I have water in it now, just to drink out of it. If you guys hear me drinking them, it's out of my great new mug that I love very much. And
Thanks to them.
Beautiful on it. 'Cause I am beautiful. So, cheers to that with my water.
Cheers.
All right.
Something like
Oh,
that.
God.
So, you guys have to wait how long for your name school? Hans, you guys had to wait for that admission thing?
Well, so it was supposed to come out like at like 11. No, it was supposed to come out on Friday night at some point.
Mm-hmm.
It came out Saturday morning
It came out Saturday
at
morning.
9.
Yeah, and we were all like,
Because I remember you guys talking about it in the group chat because I was on the road and anything else to do, and so I was looking at the group chat. You guys were like supposed to come out on Friday.
Jerome and I were literally texting each other, and I was like, "This is the epitome of Black excellence." I literally was like, "This is the one.
This is the school."
This is the." And honestly, I am never on time to anything. Like not a single thing. Actually, ever. The only time I'm on time is to go to school.
Dang, I'm early for everything to the point where I get to places so early. I'm like, oh, now what do I do? I'm here 30 minutes early. Huh.
Never on time.
I
So,
sit in my car and listen to music. I've done that. I found my me trying to get to school on time is just slowly gone down. I'm waking up later. I'll get there in time. And then when I get there, it's like 8:20. So I'm gonna sit in my car and just listen to music till 8:30. Then I'll go in.
no, so true. Because then it's like my motivation for school has gone down
so
much.
So much.
Especially now.
It's second semester senior year. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm going to college. We gonna chill.
I got money for college.
No money for college. Period.
Wait, do y'all know where y'all gonna be? I know Talise does. Elijah.
Mercer, go Bears. Mercer.
All right.
I'm committing on the podcast. But it's ultimately, I was in between a few other schools, and I was like, this one, it was Mercer from the beginning, but I was like, if this one school gives me the bag, just out of nowhere, then we might be able to talk. But it's Mercer. Yeah, it's a great school. I like smaller schools.
Yeah, man.
Oh, same.
Cool.
I don't know. I like private schools too. Just like private reserve schools. So I'm going to Fordham. Go Rams.
Hey, in New York.
Yes. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait to leave Georgia. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
But I'm so excited to go to.
Well,
anything sports related happen?
Is that your cue to leave?
No, I'm interested. I'm interested. I mean, my cue.
Get out of here, bro.
I mean, my cue is gonna be when I hit the end button. But
Because you're gonna say goodbye now and you can leave.
Oh no. I'm actually interested so I can contribute to nothing. Because I'm like, I don't know anything about sport whatsoever. I don't know anything about sports.
Okay. So what Illinois. Dude, okay. Michigan State sucks, okay?
No, for it, they beat my Buckeyes.
Listen, I'm not saying Izzo's a dirty coach. I'm not saying that. But look, he had two guys on who scored no points, but both fouled out. What was their role? What was it?
Nah,
Role to be on there as a good defensive player? No.
Not me not knowing a single thing.
That guy broke Isle's face. You guys see that hit? He broke his face. Now he's out for 2 games. We won, but come on. Okay, now I gotta look up the video because it was a dirty hit from the get-go.
Nah, yeah, man.
Dude,
I know Illinois lost to Michigan State, then Ohio State lost to Michigan State. It's just like, why Michigan State? Like, why?
Man, when I tell you, I was mad. And then
I was mad at
Izzo has the nerve to come on like the game after. His name wrong. I wish him a good recovery. Good speed. I wish AO a good speed recovery. Dude, say his name right. You played this guy for 3 years.
Start out with how sorry I felt for AO DeSumo.
And you've injured him like twice. It's like the second injury against you guys. Come on.
oh, for real?
Oh, wish AO Das Numu agree. It's a hard league, Big Ten. Come on, please. I wish they missed the tourney for the next 3 years. And I like Izzo. I like him as a coach. I respect him. Cassius Winston was a great player. He's gone now, and they weren't good. They weren't good. You lose to who did they lose to? Like Wisconsin? So again, it's the audio. I'm gonna edit this in post, so you're not gonna see this part. But this is the play. Just watch it and we'll discuss it. Boom.
Jeez.
That looks so painful.
That looks like remember when Kurt Rambis
got the
elbow line, the
old school
Kevin McHale. Yeah. The old school clothesline.
Both his free throws because he has a broken nose.
Yeah.
Look at his face. Look at his nose.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got to cut Brown Underwood. I love Brown Underwood, but I got to cut him off. Okay. So here's the thing. They didn't call it a foul at first. They had to go back to the tape. They didn't call it a foul.
That really is old.
He didn't even have the
then.
ball. And just guy lays into him. That was just
that's a they called it a flagrant 2, right?
They ejected him. It was a flagrant 2.
Yeah.
But they had to go back to the tape to see it. Now it's ridiculous. Come on, Big Ten.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Contributing.
Nah, that just reminds me of the old school play. You know, I said it when Kurt Rambis clothesline Kevin McHale, and then Kevin McHale got up and he was ready to
around. It was Parrish and McHale clothesline Rambis. And Rambis
yeah. See, I'm mixing up my facts now. But yeah, they closed out, and then he got up and he was ready to.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so she doesn't know what we're talking about. So now I got to pull this one up.
I was like,
Rambis.
Kurt Rambis clotheslines.
Dude, those days were just different.
They really were.
80s, with the bad 80s, boys,
the bad boy Pistons.
A lot of people don't like the bad. I love the bad boys. Let me tell you.
I love the bad boys too. Other than the fact that they beat my Lakers in the finals.
Yeah. All right.
Well, everything in the 80s was a different breed.
True.
That's true. Crap.
Right, so here's the play. Again, this is not going to look good, but I'll edit it back in post so that it will look good.
Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy.
Boom. Oh, he got Yeah. he got up and what, Magic Johnson pushed him down? Nah, that was James Worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
He was ready to fight.
Look at those glasses. That's what looks like careers.
Not for real. They called him the librarian. They called him the librarian.
I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would.
The other team make a layup.
It would be on site immediately.
First time we've seen it in this
yeah, because it's a Pat Riley. Ah, man, I miss those days. I mean, I wasn't alive, but shoot.
All right, watch this.
You weren't even thought of.
Kareem.
Produce a fast break opportunity, long court pass as
Boom.
They got him on the neck. He was getting ready. James Worthy had to go like, yo.
Yeah.
And then I think the funniest part about that was, you know, the only foul that came from that play, he shot 2 free throws.
Yeah.
That's it. No flagrant.
No flagrant.
No ejections, nothing. He shot 2 free throws.
That's the thing, because they didn't have like fighting rules. It would just be fines.
They
didn't have any rules against it, so they just went at it every night.
Exactly.
The Bad Boys won 2 championships.
They'd be like,
No,
"Is this
exactly.
worth my $2,000?"
Right. You know, I think it is.
Is this worth my $2,000? Yep, I'm gonna go for it.
Money was different then. It was, you're not getting like multi-million-dollar contracts like now. Like,
yeah, true.
Nah, I think the biggest contract was Magic Johnson's 25-year, $25 million contract.
Yeah.
Was like the big thing of the day.
But again, he's Magic Johnson, so you gotta give him some money. Like, yeah.
Wait, but can y'all even cope $25 million? Like I get my work paychecks and I'm like, $25 million.
Yeah. We were talking about in the last episode. People like get all this money and then don't know how to just go crazy.
That
think about
so
it.
much money.
Yeah, Magic got $1 million a year for his time with the Lakers. I think the thing about that is the veterans minimum in the NBA right now is more than $1 million.
Yeah.
It's like 2 million. So like, yeah, just the
Even
way that
Okafor got like 3 million, and he's Jahlil Okafor. Like,
Gordon Hayward signed a 4-year, $120 million contract. $30 million a year.
Even Tobias Harris got like a lot. I forgot how much it was. It was an insane amount. And I'm saying, it's Tobias Harris. You don't give him that much money.
Exactly. He's a role player. You give your stars that money.
He changes his number like every other year. Like, come on, man.
And then you like think about like I've been like going through all these seminars for like college debt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That would clear that right up.
Right.
Not for real.
And I'm like taking on debt for college, and you're like, all these people are like, oh, $25 million contract. I'm like,
nah, yeah. You don't even gotta go for you don't even have to go to college anymore to be in the NBA. They knocked down their rule.
Like, I'm about to. I hate the one and done. But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying. Shoot, I need to start playing a sport.
Right. Start shooting some hoops or something.
Not for real.
I mean, the WNBA is not looking good for me and money. So.
Look, I actually like WNBA. Playoff time, dude. The playoff time. Okay, playoff WNBA and playoff WNBA and playoff hockey. I'm all over it. I can't watch like a regular game, but I could watch like playoffs.
Yeah, we were talking about that in U.S. history and film, and just talking about women.
Nah, yeah, I can't watch I can't even watch a playoff hockey game though. And it's like I've gone to a hockey game before back when I lived in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, it's hits of hockey.
Yeah, it's better to be there. You know, watch being there to the actual game is much better than being there for watching on TV.
I say we let the Canadians stick with it. You know, they're better than us in hockey.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you any records right now. I couldn't tell you any MVP candidates with even, but like I'll guess Ovechkin. I'll guess him.
The only other hockey player I know other than Alex Ovechkin is I was about to say Bill Cosby. Well, Crosby, whatever his first name is.
I was like,
no. Crosby.
Jesus.
Sidney Crosby?
Sidney Crosby. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds so much like Cosby, though.
Penguins? Yeah, Penguins, yeah.
It sounds so much like Cosby, though, right? So, like, a couple of years ago, I'm looking and I'm like, Bill Cosby plays hockey now? And I'm like, what?
All right, guys, wait, hold on.
Only joke we're gonna make.
Wait, don't talk about anything productive so Elijah can edit this out. All right, I have to go, but I heard you guys.
Oh, bye. Bye.
See you later.
Peace.
See you, dude. All right, now that she's gone, let's talk some more sports.
Let's talk about sports.
That was so funny. She was like, still talk about sports. I want to not be productive. All right, yo, Russell Wilson. What do you think?
Ooh,
I'll tell you where I don't want him to go. The Saints.
Me neither. No, you only say that because you're a Falcons fan.
Because then I'm gonna have to hate him. I'm gonna have to. I don't want to. I love Russell Wilson, but he's such a nice guy. Dude, he's kept his mouth shut for years. Lost in the playoffs. Obviously, hey man, go Hawks, and I'll walk off. And now he's speaking up, and I'm like, okay, all right, I want him to stay, but if he wants to go, I'm cool with it. Go to the Bears, go to the Cowboys.
No.
Go to the Raiders.
He can't.
Just don't go to the Saints because I'm gonna have to not like you.
He can't go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna hate him too.
Yeah. But no way he's going to the Cowboys. Cowboys, that's not happening.
Nah,
there's no way.
not with Dak there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go to the Cowboys anyway. Jerry Jones is just, he's not it.
He's not all that.
Like,
something's wrong.
Nah, for real. Because like, ever since Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and that 90s excellent Cowboys team,
he's just been
like
in that, like, yeah. He's still caught up in that. Like, oh, remember them old days?
Like,
we had Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like all the old people. Remember the old days when
Right.
things made sense and the Cowboys were a winning franchise?
Like, look, just pay Dak. Just give him a contract. He's not, look, he's your quarterback. I know he's won a lot of games. He hasn't gone to the playoffs, but he's your guy. And you gotta pay him.
Not for real.
And he's come out after that gruesome injury. And the team was terrible after that.
Exactly.
And honestly, dude, because like 2 weeks before he beat the Falcons in one of the best comebacks of all time. And
I'm saying.
That was
And then I think
that was a tough game to watch, man. Okay, the one criticism I did get from the first episode was don't talk about the Super Bowl. So we're talking about that Super Bowl again. That Super Bowl is outlawed on this show.
I think that's the other thing. I'm still mad at Russell Wilson about Super Bowl 48.
Come on. You beat Cam Newton. Peyton Manning
We lost 43-8.
Peyton Manning had his shining glory. He rolled from the sunset selling pizzas and insurance. He's fine. You guys had your shine. We never came back. You guys lost to one of the best defenses that the league has ever seen. Legion of Boom, one of the best we have ever seen. And a good quarterback and a good offense, but that's the defense, the offense usually combats the defense. Now it's like kind of flipped. Wait, no, it's flipped. Wait, so the defense was better than the offense, but the offense had enough chances to win the game because the defense was killing it. Anyway, but yeah, Falcons never came back. We never got our shining glory. Matt Ryan never grew off from the sunset like Manning did. Still a Hall of Famer, but he never grew off in the sunset like they did. So
wait. Did you just say Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
No.
Are we gonna do this? We're doing this?
Yes. There's a certain line I draw between who's a Hall of Famer and who's not. Matt Ryan is not a Hall of Famer. Not in my opinion.
You know you're my friend, right? I know where you live. I know where you live, bro. You're frozen.
I'm looking at your house right now, bro.
Dude,
I'm looking.
I know where you live.
See it.
Listen. Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer, and no one can tell me different.
No. Matt Ryan is a good player. He's not a great player. I think there's a difference between good and great. Now, don't get me wrong. Matt Ryan is an extremely good quarterback. You know, over the past 10 years, he's top 10. You know, he's played well. He's won a few games and all that. But, like, at the end of the day, I mean, they went to that one Super Bowl. He has one All-Pro, no MVPs. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler.
He won MVP.
What 2016?
Yeah, he won the MVP.
They gave him the MVP that year.
Yeah.
He has one
Speakers.
MVP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look.
there's just
And
a
he
bunch of
just
quarterbacks.
passed. He passed like who he passed? What's going on upstairs? Hey, Mom, you up there? Hang on, something's going up. Something's going on up there. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom. I'm trying to record down here. And you guys are sleeping or whatnot. Okay. All right, sorry. My mom was sweeping the deck up there. All right.
Yeah.
So back to it. Because he just passed I think Elway?
John Elway and what?
I think in yards. Let me see.
He might have. He has 55,000. I just feel like when you don't win anything, like you have to have something like way more. Like if you look at the quarterbacks who are in the Hall of Fame who didn't win Super Bowls, like Dan Marino,
Warren Moon,
Warren Moon. Yeah, like they were like they were excellent, like top 3 at the league, like in their time, in their respective times. Like Dan Marino held a bunch of passing records when he retired.
Right.
Warren Moon was an excellent player in the years that he was able to play in the NFL. Like most of the quarterbacks are in the Hall of Fame
for a long time. They didn't want to have black quarterbers.
Right.
CFL for all those years. Yeah. Here's the. I'm not saying he's first ballot. I'm not saying like he's gonna get accepted like next year. I'm saying that in some time, some fashion, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. At the end of the day, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. You're probably right. One of these days.
I mean, look at how long. What's his name? Drew Pearson had to wait to get a Hall of Famer. You know.
Drew who?
Drew Pearson, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And that last year, like 2 years, he had to sit there and just watch everybody go except for him. And this year, finally got his chance. That's what I'm happy for him. It's great.
Not for real.
All right, so you say where do you want him to go? Wilson. We never got back to that. Where do you want him to go? Wilson.
Well, I always want him to go for the Broncos, but that's not the 4 teams that he stated. So he said he would either go to the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Saints, or the Bears. Honestly, I don't want him to go to the Raiders because then we have a division with Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, and Derek Carr, who are all better than stupid. I don't even remember what a quarterback's name is anymore. I want him out. Drew Lock. I want him out. He had his chance. The Bears are the Bears. The Bears suck. I was so surprised when they made the playoffs because I'm like, the Bears?
Yeah.
Really? They were like 8-8. They were the definition of average. It's because they can't figure it out at quarterback. Right. Mitchell Trubisky, that's the biggest, that's probably the most terrible pick in NFL history. You guys picked him over, they picked him over Patrick Mahomes.
And Deshaun Watson.
Mitch, no offense to Mitchell Trubisky or anything, but he sucks. He's terrible.
This is not good. This is not good. He's not good.
And he's not. He's not. He's a backup quarterback.
You don't draft quarterbacks out of North Carolina. You don't.
I'm saying.
You don't do that.
I'm saying.
How would you do that? Why would you do that?
Exactly. And then he comes into the league, and then it's like, when he was drafted, I remember drafting. I was like, oh, the Bears are gonna take. They traded up to get him. Mitchell Trubisky. They could have gotten Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, anybody else, but they chose him, and that's gonna haunt Bears fans forever.
I'm still mad at the Falcons drafted a piece of burnt toast in last year's draft. Because AJ Terrell, all I can picture when I see him is just him getting just that prison love by Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Man, that was a tough game. That was harsh.
Yeah.
What they did to him, that was embarrassing. And what did the Falcons
Not
do?
for real.
Draft him in the first round instead of Patrick Queen or somebody else. Come on.
We got Jerry Jeudy. And I feel like the Broncos have so much wide receiver talent. You know, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. You know, the dude out of Penn State, KJ Hamler.
Yeah.
Like we have so many good receivers. We have
quarterback, and then he sets it off.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only position we're bad at.
That's what I thought. I would have seen Stafford go to the Broncos. That would have been great. You have a good veteran quarterback knows to play the game. Wide receivers, young and old. I mean, that would be great.
We would have at least had a winning record. I'm sick and tired of seeing my Broncos go down the rabbit hole. Ever since we won Super Bowl 50, we've been sucky.
Ever since Manning left, I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
about that.
We had Trevor Siemian. I remember that because he didn't do bad his first season, but we were 7-3 and we finished the year 9-7.
Yeah.
And so we missed the playoffs that year, barely, to the stupid Miami Dolphins. Then the next year we went 5-11. Then we went 6-10. Then 7-9. Then 5-11. Like, where does the losing stop? I know you know how I feel being a Falcons fan and all.
That was mean. Come on, that was just harsh. That wasn't right. Come on.
That was a cheap shot.
That was a cheap shot, and that's not okay. Come on, that was cheap. That was harsh, bro. But I do know how it is.
Exactly.
I mean, that one year we beat the. So it was, I don't remember the records, but it was like lose to the Patriots. We go on. We beat the Rams in the wild card in LA, and then we faced the Eagles. Lose to the Eagles. Eagles want to win the Super Bowl, so I was like, all right, fine. Yeah, and we missed the playoffs for like 3 straight years. So.
Yeah, y'all went 7-9 and 7-9 again, and then last year y'all went 4-12. Although y'all did beat my Broncos, I was sad about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Y'all almost blew it though.
Oh,
y'all came so close to blowing that game against the Broncos.
That's the thing. My entire me watching sports is dictated from me liking Atlanta sports, because I like other teams. So with basketball it's the Hawks, football it's the Falcons, college I don't have a college football team, but college basketball is the Illini. Baseball Nationals, go Nats. But every time I'm like, we'll have a lead or something. And I'm like, oh, we might win this. I'm like, I've seen a lot of bad things happen in my lifetime. I disagree. I think we can lose this game. Illinois, because Illinois won their last 2 games without Io. And it'd be up at halftime, and it was this against Wisconsin. Up at halftime, Illinois is 13-2 when they're up at halftime, and Wisconsin's 0-5 when they're down at halftime, and we have a 10-point lead, and I'm like, we can still lose this game. It's very possible to lose this game, and we almost did because Trice hit 12 points. It was insane. It was crazy. He could not miss. Really, he couldn't miss.
It was Reggie Miller style.
Oh yeah. Okay, now
was it Reggie Miller style?
Oh yeah, I gotta pull it up now. Dude, every shot was going in.
Remember,
all threes.
Yeah.
Trice, Wisconsin. It was.
Yeah. They're still projecting
19 points in 2 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
19 What kind of defense were you guys playing?
No, we were covering him. Hit a hand in his face the whole time. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Early today. But my goodness.
3.
As coach said, he's alpha.
Trice for 3.
Now, Coburn touches it, you're fouling, but I'm
That
guessing.
was bad.
Oh, here you go.
All right, that went to nobody. Ball's on the deck, and it's picked up by Davis.
Good move by Davis. Just slowing it down. You don't need to go crazy. Now you need to go.
He's wide open.
6 points.
Hands a 3. It's a 6-point game.
6 points in like 10 seconds. Aye.
Trice against Coburn, and a foul against Kofi Coburn, and Trice is going to the free throw line.
Atlanta brand's going off now. And I'm like, you can't lose this game. Like, you're up. You can't lose this. Minute left. Watch this.
Still a 6-point game. Trice on Coburn.
Now, Kofi isn't good guarding the
by
perimeter,
Frazier.
but he's one of the best inside defenders of all
Trice
time.
In the country.
The first.
In the country.
Yeah. Like he's going to the NBA.
From Potter at the top is going to be switched. That's what they've been doing, and Trice has beaten Coburn and got him in foul trouble. There it is. You're going to see switch right there. Here comes another one.
In his face! Hit a hand in his face!
Yeah.
3.
That's ridiculous.
It's a 3-point game.
That's like 16
here,
points.
24.8.
And
Some
he had
time
more.
left.
Watch.
No timeouts for anybody.
Well, you got to go.
Oh, yeah, down to 20 seconds now.
And
Trice
Frazier is
over
one of the
Frazier.
best defensive players in the league.
Trice, make him throw it somewhere else.
Clean inbound to Trice.
Look.
Dimitri Trice.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no way! Now, let's see if his foot was on the line. Right now, it looks like it's a 2 on the call. Based on the signal there, it looks like it's going to stay a 3. I mean, Dimitri Trice has turned into Reggie Miller at the Kohl Center.
They said he turned
That's
into
what
Reggie
Frazier
Miller.
makes, which he does.
5 seconds left. That's too
He
much.
gets it.
Oh, yeah.
2 dribbles.
He gives it up the floor. They've got to get a look, and they're going to get a whistle and a foul in the corner. Really, Dan?
100%. And watch the right side.
They
can't do it now.
I hope you can get Trice the ball right side for a shot, right?
in game.
There
Illinois
it is.
wins it.
Rebound
Anyway.
for Illinois and Grandison.
Yeah,
And
but anyway.
I mean,
has only one miss from
so,
the
of course,
foul
my
line.
Atlanta brand's going off crazy watching that because he couldn't miss. And he's
Not
gonna come on
for
legend
real.
after, like Brady. He's like, oh, he's one of the best comeback, and I forgot it's outlawed. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's outlawed on the show.
Nah, yeah. I feel like the thing that like kind of stains that is that they lost the game. It's like remember when Devin Booker scored 70 points
and they lost,
but they lost by 10?
Yeah.
It's like
okay,
yeah.
you can't really,
It's like you can't celebrate that. Like
you scored. Lost. People
it's like you
because
scored
they
70
lost,
points, but like y'all lost by double digits.
Going back to the NBA, so okay, AD is out.
Yes.
And
unfortunately,
he had a 4-game losing streak. You won against the Blazers.
We win against the Blazers. Yeah.
So, of course, you guys won because the game I bet on 2K with like the money, like the daily picks.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the game that you guys win. And I don't get my VC. But anyway, so I know Stephen A was like, again, I can't watch Stephen A too long because then I'll just get frustrated. But Stephen A was like, with AD out, the Lakers aren't that good, and the Nets are going to win the championship. What do you think about that? What do you think?
So we didn't just have AD out during a 4-game losing streak. We had AD and Dennis Schroeder out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's a big thing because, Dennis Schroeder is the 3rd best player. With AD out, he adds in 20, 25 points a game. So we go in, we lose to the Nets, the Wizards, the Jazz. We got killed by the Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz are one of the best teams in the league. So,
honestly, though, I think the Jazz are a little overrated.
Really?
I really do. The Lakers at full strength are better than the Jazz, and the Clippers are better than the Jazz, and the Nets are better than the Jazz.
Well, the Nets. The Nets are on steroids, so I mean.
The Nets at full strength are better than the Jazz. So I feel like we'll see it in the playoffs. It's like I think Markeith Morris said it after the game, like it's gonna be a whole different story come playoff time.
Yeah.
Because when the Lakers are at full strength,
And playoff
even with the
yeah.
Nets, even with the Nets and KD, Kyrie, and Harden, if they can ever stay healthy, like I still think that the Lakers are like the best team in the West. Like no contest.
And I hope so. I'm rooting for the Lakers, and if they would get to the finals against the Nets, anybody against the Nets, because I don't like. Well, I don't like super teams like that. I don't.
So you hated the Warriors?
Oh no! Actually, I did like the Warriors. Actually, I liked them. I liked them the first 2 years when they were like, because they were just a good.
When it was Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
Yeah, because it was just a good team. They were just a good team. So it's the way that they played as a team, and it wasn't just 3 stars. No, yeah. I like the KD Warriors too. Of course,
I hated that team so much.
Of course, they KD, but I love the death lineup with Curry, Thompson, Durant, Green, and Iguodala. I thought that was because I love all those guys, and I'm like, yo, that's the lineup. That's crazy. But there's something about the Nets because Kyrie's a head case. Harden has his own problems. Durant is what's the word? Sensitive.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
It's just there's so much there, and it's mostly Kyrie. I love Kyrie's game. I love him as a player, but there's so much drama off the court that's just insane. It's too much. Like when he was burning sage at the Celtics game.
You know what's actually really
preseason game. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, if he does it for every game, all right, cool. We haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
And then he misses all these games because he just doesn't want to play and has a family issue, but he's really out at somebody's birthday party and no masks. Like, all right, do you want to play or do you not want to play? That's the thing for me. And it's just a lot.
Mixed feelings about Kyrie.
So yeah, so it's a lot with. I think Kyrie's a head case, and I love his game. He's one of my favorite.
Kyrie's excellent. Yeah,
a great player, but he's a drama queen. He loves to have the spotlight.
The thing that's gonna kill the Nets is health.
Yeah,
I think that the leading scorer on the Nets right now is Joe Ingles.
You mean Joe Harris?
Joe Harris, whatever.
Yeah,
Joe Ingles doesn't play for the he plays for the Jazz, yeah. Joe Harris, like I think that the big three have only played like 5 games together or something insane like that.
Right.
And like if the Nets can't play together, like they're not gonna win.
A 3-headed monster that can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like KD's injured, Kyrie's injured. James Harden gets injured.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I think the other funny thing was James Harden is the second has the second highest triple-double count in Nets history.
Yeah.
He's played 19 games for them. And then I think the other thing, Russell Westbrook in Washington, he's their all-time leader in triple-doubles.
Yeah, because they didn't really have anybody to. Well, they've had good players, but not like.
Not Russell Westbrook.
Like Russ, yeah.
Yeah, Russ is almost averaging a triple-double, and he wasn't an all-star.
Right. And Trae Young, Nikola Vucevic is not an all-star.
No, I feel like
he's just a center. They need another center, so they put in Vucevic. Whatever his name is. He's not Vucevic. An all-star. But Hawks are better this year.
I agree. I feel like if Bradley Beal got the all-star nod, I know he's the NBA, he's leading the NBA in scoring right now. He's probably going to win the scoring title and all that. But I feel like if Bradley Beal, I mean, the Wizards suck. Mm-hmm. It's Westbrook, Beal, and then everybody else is trash. I feel like the Hawks are better than the Wizards, but Trae Young's game is just better than Bradley Beal's.
He's averaging 27 and 9. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. He's an excellent player. He shoots well.
Yeah. He
passes the ball well. He's the heart and soul of the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Like no Trae Young, y'all are just like 5 and 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was cool. Everybody, well, Chris Paul, I was kind of weird with. He's Chris Paul. I love Chris Paul, but I didn't think he was an All-Star this year. I'd rather have Booker as an All-Star this year. But
yeah. Wait, Chris Paul was an All-Star?
Yeah, he's an All-Star.
This
year.
Really?
Yeah.
In the West?
Mm-hmm.
What the?
You gotta look it up. Yeah, he's an All-Star this year. Even he was like, yeah, it's kind of bittersweet because I know Booker he's the star. He's the big shot in Phoenix.
He's averaging 18 and 9. If Chris Paul is
how much is
Trae Young should.
What are Booker's stats right now?
Booker's averaging like 25 or something. But if Chris Paul is an All-Star, like Chris Paul is not the best player on that team.
Right.
And in years past, maybe he would have, but like not today. 23.
He's at a different chapter than he was before. He's not the star, but he's now become the sidekick role to Booker, I think.
Yeah, and nothing against Chris Paul or anything. Like he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But like at this stage in his career, like he's not the best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who were the biggest All-Star snubs? Because I know Devin Booker's in now because he subbed in for
Davis.
And
Davis.
Yeah.
And Sabonis is in for Durant, which I get. You know the forwards, so I mean I get that.
Yeah. Domantas Sabonis is an All-Star. That's still kind of like.
I'm cool with it. He's a good player. I'm good with it. And then they need another forward.
Player.
So.
I just feel like the Pacers don't get any love.
Yeah,
you never hear anything about the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Paul shouldn't have gotten in over De'Aaron Fox or Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, I can dig that. Yeah, I can dig that. All right, we're almost out of time. All right, so thank you to everyone coming. If you don't like sports, sorry. But if you do, we are doing something really cool. We are having a YouTube live of the NFL draft. So I know I talked about this with Grant and people on the group chat, but we're gonna be doing that on draft night. Probably just round one. We're not doing it for the round two. Nobody cares about that.
Not for real.
Yeah. You can watch it on
It's round one or bust.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna do that. More info will be coming out with that in a while. But yes, thanks for listening. Please share. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for the fam. So we will we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.